We will be starting very soon. Just give me a couple of minutes. Can you guys hear me, see me okay, everything like that? It says that it's having trouble connecting to the internet. Morning. This is a bit strange this morning. It doesn't seem to be coming. Hold on. There we go. I can see the sound. And let's see. Let's get rid of this picture. Hold on. We're nearly there. Hold on. And click. Yay! There we go. Right, I don't know what's happened this morning. It's come up with a few error messages when I was dropping comments in there saying you're having trouble connecting to the internet. And I'm like, what? You're having a laugh. We're having a laugh. Crazy. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all well. Welcome to Radio Apocalypse's Morning Coffee, which is our way of saying good morning. I'm echoing. Is that better? I hope that's better, Nyla. Let me just make sure that the sound deck is set up properly. There we go. Yes, everything is clicked in the right place. My voice is an echo. I'm just going to sit here until I get the thumbs up saying that I'm no longer echoing. I shouldn't be now. Now we can still hear you. Thanks, Barry. You always put me in my place. Very good. Very good. Right, okay. I don't care about Microsoft having a look. Sounds good now. Good. Well, let's start. Let us start. Oh. So what happens when you take your headphones off. Oh, bedhead and a half today. Look at that. I have ran out of hair product to make my hair look spiky or at least flat, and it's woken up in such a way that I don't know, it looks like a sort of like a 1980s what's the word I'm looking for, stockbroker's hairdo in the morning as he's getting the subway to Wall Street, like, oh, look at my hair, it's crazy. Well, that's what it's all about. Okay, so yes, we finished off the blood on your hands last night, deciding that the UK government has handled the coronavirus in an exceptionally incompetent manner. And, well, I have a tendency to think that they're not going to get any better and that they actually don't care at all. But that's by the by. And this morning we have the papers. I've not looked at the papers this morning at all, so you're going to get a natural reaction. And yes, today I will also be sort of finishing off the touches to next Wednesday's pilot show of The Human Condition, and I will be getting the adverts and the stream things linked up for that, which is going to be good. It's all about toxic people, and it will be describing all the different elements to be able to see what a toxic person is, how to deal with a toxic person, and then one long story about somebody that's reached out to me and says, look, tell people my story. This is a person who was in a relationship for about 15-16 years that lived with this person, had children and animals and pets in a house with this person, and ended up, still today finding it difficult to be able to turn around and to deal with the mechanics of life without questioning themselves. And that's what happens with the victims of such things. But yes, hold on, I'm waiting for my good lady wife to come out of the kitchen, and then I'm going to go in and make porridge, because Alia wants porridge this morning, don't you? Yeah. Yes, Alia wants porridge this morning, and I want to go and make coffee the RAB way. I've not made coffee the RAB way live on air for a while. Let's see, what do we have here? I think we should have a bad hair pick compo. Well, yeah, I'm going for hashtag COVID caveman as the actual tag for dodgy hair and stuff like that. I think that would be good. Hashtag COVID caveman. I might actually listen. I'm not into the merchy sort of things like that and everything, but I think I'll make some fun things and mark them as cheap as humanly possible. It's like the poetry book that I wrote. The next one should be, it's pretty much all sitting there. I just need to spend a couple of hours, well, most of Saturday will be spent formatting book 2 of my poems. And I made that on Amazon as basically the cheapest possible price. So it's like £2.29 or something. And it's that means it's like $4 or something like that. I've had about 4 people buy it, which is amazing, and I'm quite proud of that. If I've touched 4 people in a way that they're curious enough to actually want to read the words that I wrote, and that's cool. But like merch, okay, I kind of feel guilty when people buy things. I've not past that stage yet where my brother is like, yeah, I've got merch, thanks very much for this, and subscribe, and he makes his living out of that. I'm not making my living out of this yet, so I don't have that mentality. But I'll make things. I've got good ideas for fun things. Like I think that hashtag COVID caveman with my hair all spiked up in silhouette, as the sort of image on a product might be good fun. I can't see any of your chat just now. Let's make coffee the RAB way. I've already put milk into the cup, and then we put however much coffee you want in. Today I'm using a store branded one from Aldi's, okay, which is Al Cafe Barista, which is like a sort of a store version of Kenko stuff. This is fantastic. We've also used Nescafe Azera before. This one's, I like the ones which are a fine powder. Look, see, this is like talcum powder. Can you see that? It's not like normal grains. It's really nice. And then I put it in on top of the milk. This one goes on top of the milk and it gets a good stir. And because it's a powder, it dissolves really, really well. But the important thing to make coffee the RAB way is to stir the mix. That's the most important thing. And then the red kettle. Yeah. That sound made me want to go to the toilet. No, I'll hold it back. Give it a good stir. And that's it. Right, so porridge as well now. We're making porridge for both myself and my daughter. Let's move the camera over here so I can speak to you while I do this. My hair's mental this morning. You know, my biological father is a hairdresser. Okay, that's like, it's like the wind's been blowing in this direction. Or maybe this direction. That's better, yeah. It's like I'm standing in a breeze. It's very windy in my kitchen. My hair's all over the place. No, it's not going to fix. It's not going to fix. Okay. So we're down to our last little bit of porridge in this bag. So I've got about 6 more bags in the cupboard because I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse. Do you guys have porridge? Do you like porridge, rolled oats, whatever you want to call it? Yeah? Here we go. We're going to do 2.5 big handfuls because I'm a bit peckish this morning. 2.5 handfuls in there. Then we get the old Milkoch. And we put enough milk to cover the porridge and a little bit more. Then how do we stir the porridge in? Hold on. I could actually play the drums on the pots that I've got here. Check this out. Let's get Woody out and go. That is my wall of pots. There is 2 pots missing from there because one's been used for porridge this morning by my lady wife and the other one is being used for porridge by me here. Oh, Woody makes a perfect pointer. It's like a scene. It could be like the kitchen version of Modern Warfare, you know. Boom. Ah, yes, we're going to use that pot. Die, pot, die! Anyway. Yeah, I've not had enough coffee this morning to think rationally. Give it a wee stir in, like so. Okay, give it a stir. Make sure that all the oaty bits are covered. You don't want any dry oats sitting at the top. And then just put it on a gentle heat. See? Gentle heat. Just turn that down. You don't want the flames licking up the sides of the pot. That goes for any form of cooking. Unless you're doing wok cooking using hang on, let me show you the wok burner. Unless you're using wok cooking, this is your wok burner, the central part in this, okay? So that's got like a ring at the bottom and a ring around the sides that lick the sides of the wok. That's the only thing that you ever should actually have. Here's my coffee. Licking up the sides of a pot when you're cooking. Listen, I'm a master chef, okay, and an executive chef. I can speak because I'm a professional. And I'm cooking today, again, I'm cooking a bolognese sauce today, old family recipe, which is good. And this is the second in the series called Cooking for Russian Mums. That's what I'm calling those videos, by the way, Ola. It's a series of videos called Cooking for Russian Mums. So this next one's going to be a spaghetti bolognese, well, a pasta bolognese sauce. It's very simple. I'm keeping the food very simple, and we'll be creating that at some point today because that's what we're having for our dinner tonight. So I'll just film it and then I'll edit all over the next couple of days and shove it up there. May I? You need to be going and doing your work, please. Okay, Sorry, that's me saying. Right, we're going to go and do the weather through the weather window. Let's do it. Deep weather window with Mojax. Happy. Good morning, Hutchison. How are yous? Isn't that? Oh my gosh! Look at it. It's another fan-dabby dozy day. Look at that. We are looking east. Can you see a cloud? There's not a cloud. There's clouds west, is there? You need to spoil it for everybody. Spoilers, Alia. I mean, really. People wait with anticipation to see what the clouds are in the west. I mean, really. Yeah, spoilers from Alia. There's clouds in the west. Okay. Is there a wind? There's not. No. No, my phone's in a very secure thing just now. All right. Look at that beautiful sunshine on the concrete. Stunning. Stunning. You're waiting for the phone to drop, aren't you? No. It's gorgeous today. It truly is. There's nothing in the windy tree over there either. Look. The wind tree says there's nothing. And the wind bushes. The air's not even moving. You know? The air is not even moving. Thank you. Which is amazing. Oh no! I'm sorry, I was just doing that for the benefit of my daughter. They're pretending to drop the phone. I'm going to come back in. Let me do air quality with the phone on the inside, with me looking outside. Look, just so you know, I am perfectly safe. I've got my shorts on. I'm just going to say, look. I sit on the window ledge, all right, like so. Okay, with my knobbly Scottish knees. All right, everything's cool. All right, I'm not actually going anywhere. I can't fall out of it. It's impossible. So we will do air quality with my head sticking out the window rather than the phone sticking out the window.
They'll do it with your phone sticking out the window.
I'm not putting my phone out the window again because you've got me paranoid now. Okay, that I'm going to drop my phone. We've said it too many times. It's called tempting fate. All right, we did that last time and fate tempted us to the point where it fell out. Okay, we're not doing that again. All right, thank you, Alia. You're a good girl. Now get it out. Okay, now I'm only joking. Right, yes. So air quality. Better than it was yesterday. That's a day we're supposed to be having an Xbox day, playing Minecraft today with the kids, you know, and Daddy on his laptop, kids on the Xbox, all playing together. I don't think I can do that. Now I don't want to disappoint Ruin. If I after the stream, if I go and cook and do the filming, play for a little while, we could go out maybe about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something. Is that fair enough? Go out because I need to go outside today. I can't be stuck indoors with this. It's crazy. Did you see the moons last night? Yes, I saw the moon last night, Jason. It was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Let's go and see who's in the chat and say good morning to everybody individually because you're all amazing. Amazing. We have Nyla. Oh, you've stayed up late. Nyla, you're amazing. Jason, morning. Morgan. Guten Morgen. And I saw Barry earlier on as well. He was insulting me. So, yeah. Hi, Barry. How are you? Love you, man. Crazy cat. And yeah, I think that's everybody in there just now. If you join us late in the stream, come and say hello. We don't bite often. Okay, so I need to grab my coffee and then we need to do the transition. Coffee. Whoa! Nearly knocked my baby off his feet. Where are you going?
We're going to find Allah.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Right, let's get this transition over with. So we will, first of all, we need to click the sound deck. Go da 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 da. This mic is now on. And we will now switch this one off. And this one on. Can you hear me? Don't comment, Barry, please. Please. Lazy Sod is a purple lurker. That sounds dodgy. Right, we're now going to switch over to this camera. Hi. Good God, what a handsome devil. And then we will remove you from the stream. Boom. So we get no feedback whatsoever. And then we will switch Safari off on the iPhone. We did it with... We can hear you. Thank you, Morgan. That's bra. Right, we're here. We need to... Alia, you're now officially in charge of making the porridge. Okay, yes, because you go and have a quick stir. If it's nice and thick, switch the heat off. If it starts to burn on the bottom, it's okay because it should not be burning. It's on a medium heat. Okay? Is it okay? That's perfect. That's where it should be. Okay, take it off the heat, add a little bit of milk, just a little bit to cool it down, and then take the porridge that you want to eat out of the pot, and I will get mine after the stream. Okay? There you go. Organizing the children. It's life skills. You know, I'm a great believer in teaching children life skills. I've taught all my children to cook various different things. Alia can bake various different things. They're good at sort of like, I've taught them to swim, taught them to cycle, stuff like that. It's absolutely vital that they're little people. And you know what? They've grown up now with such positive values that they can stand up to what they believe is wrong, to a grown up in a very positive, non-childlike manner. So if they come across adversity, even my 9-year-olds can turn around and say, no, I think that's wrong. You know, child labor at the Mojax mansion. Jason, you know, the only jobs that my children do, okay, that are basically child labor is I force them to clean the chimneys. They get put up the lums and they come down, all the rest of it, you know. Yes, organizing kids is like herding sheep. And when you've got 4, that's incredible. Yes.
Put on the heat for a little bit longer because I'll still eat it.
If you put too much milk in it now, stir it. Give it a really good stir. You'll find that it won't. You're only supposed to put about 4 tablespoons in. Okay, it doesn't matter, just a little bit. Okay, just give it a good stir and then put it on the heat if you want to. But then you have to keep stirring it. You can't leave it alone now. There you go. How to fix porridge when your daughter puts too much in. Yes, kids are great. Kids are probably the most important part of my life. My wife obviously equals the level of importance, but it's a different sort of love that you have. They all encompass the family value love that you want to do. Then your children have that nurturing, protective, I want the best for you love, and then your wife has a whole different love, which I'm not going to talk about here in front of you guys because that's a sincerely private matter for me and my lady. Okay. Anyway, if you want to know how I feel about my wife, you have to go and buy my poetry book because the poems span, it's called 20, and it spans a year of my life when Ola and I were in the infancy of our relationship while she lived in Moscow. I've got hundreds of poems that I wrote to her. I'm reasonably good with words in that way. And as a result of it, I thought I need to get over my creative stigmatism, my inability to publish a story or a book. And I thought 20 poems, call it 20, choose the first year and describe it from there. It has spelling errors in it. And for some reason, the Amazon software has not formatted the book properly. So some of the poems on the Kindle start halfway down the page instead of at the top. They're not justified. So it's a proper collector's edition. Okay, it is truly a proper collector's edition because you will never have a first edition book like this again with the mistakes that are in it. And like I say, it's only £2.29 on Amazon. You can look it up. It's called 20. In fact, I might see if I can find the link while we're actually doing it. But it was great fun writing them, and I've written all sorts of other poems. There's ones which will never ever be published because they're a bit too racy. They're just they would have to have an 18 certificate placed upon them, and no, nobody's getting them. Yes.
Do I have to wait till I am washed and dressed to go and play Fortnite?
You're not playing Fortnite till after your schoolwork's done. Okay? Right, so go and get washed and dressed just now, please. Right, so let's get set up for the papers. And there we go. That should be kicking in now. Yes, we have no problems. It is there. Fantastic. I feel like just while we're talking about creativity before we move into the papers this morning, yes, I'll link it, Morgan. I promise you, I'll link it. I will look it up on Amazon just now as we're chatting. But I actually feel that creativity is probably the most important sort of trait that I have. I enjoy, my thing is I enjoy writing stories, okay? And I have a ridiculous world that I've created that will make will rival the Harry Potter world with its depth and width of characters and things like that. I'm not saying that to blow my own trumpet, okay? But this has been 10, 11 years developing this story, and I am shit scared to finish it, okay? I really am. That's by the by. That's why I published a poetry book to begin with, okay? That was for me to get over that. I will spend some more time finishing and writing and streamlining the actual novel, and then it'll probably take about a week and a half to format it through Amazon. And there I will as well. I will put that out there as potentially the cheapest excuse me, version of it as I possibly can. Apparently on Amazon you can actually create hardback versions as well, without having to pay for them in advance. So I can turn around. Look, there's my book, Alia. Look.
Where have you find that?
I just typed in Amazon my surname and there it is. Way. Right, so it's a big link, and this is the Kindle edition. I'm going to make a paperback edition as well. I need to go and do that, and I'd like to make a hardback edition. I can't control the prices. I can only say that I want to have the least amount of royalties upon it. And I'm quite happy to do that, because it costs me nothing apart from my time to put this out there. And it's like residual income, you know. Wow, I've had 1 rating as well. Holy crap. I've not looked at this. 5 stars with 1 rating. So one person has rated it for 5 stars. Wow. I've never seen that before. Oh, man. I think I've only sold 1 or 2. So it might just be, that's 100%. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Good. Right. Okay. Here's the link anyway. Hold on. Control C, back to there. If you want to look at it, buy it, whatever, it should be coming up just now. Hopefully this will, hopefully YouTube will let me do this in the chat. Fingers crossed. Yeah, there it is. There you go. It's called 20. It's by Murray Vicentin. That is my proper name. I'm not afraid to hide my proper name. Just call me Mo, though. I prefer that on the internet. It's much easier than Murray Vicentin, you know. And that's it there. I'll be honest with you. These poems, they are not going to change your life. They will not change your life, and they will. Some of them are what I call hallmark poems, where basically it doesn't have any allegory at all. Some of them have allegory, and a little bit more depth. And great, the link works, fantastic. Thank you, Nyla. So it's there to be shared. It's there to be, go and tell your friends and family. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, it doesn't cost anything at all to share that out to people. And it's not a book that's going to make me a living, but to have my words reach other people, that means more to me than the pound or dollar value upon it, in ways that I can't possibly express. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I'm sure that Jason mentioned earlier on the moon last night. I woke up with my old man bladder problems last night. I don't have bladder problems. I just have a bladder the size of a ping pong ball. So I'm up a couple of times through the night to evacuate my bladder. Okay, and when I woke up, I was in the living room. I was asleep on the sofa, and the light coming in from my kitchen. I'm looking over there as if you guys can see my kitchen door, but it was just this pure, beautiful silver light casting long shadows from the kitchen through my living room. And it was stunning. So I stood there before I went to the toilet and bathed my toes in moonlight, and I could feel La Bella Luna's energy go through me. My star sign's Cancer, so I am actually ruled by the moon. So I suck in Mother Moon's energy all the time. It's wonderful, wonderful. Right, enough about creativity. We could do that all day. Maybe I will do. I used to read a poem. Yes, Ren. Oh, thank you, Dad. maybe, well, I used to read a poem every day from my book and various other things. Would you like me to do that after the papers? Would you like me to read a poem from the book? The way that I would actually, Ali is nodding her head, so that means I have to. I'm sorry now, I have to do it. We'll do that at the end of the papers, yes. What? Oh, that's not in that book. And I've done the whiskey one before, right? We will do that then. Okay, so while we're looking at the papers, I will go to my manuscript and I will choose a particular poem. Right. Okay, let's go to the papers though. Let's go to the papers. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, the papers. Headlines: Magic Monday as lockdown easing to begin. Did anybody receive their text message from the UK government about the road plan, about doing it all? It's reasonably sensible, but we'll go through it. We'll go through those the roadmap to ending lockdown. We'll do that tonight. That's an important thing to go through. We'll talk about every stage of it for the UK. Right. First steps to freedom from Monday. Message to stay at home will be axed. Wow. Nobody can get into trouble for not staying at home. Okay. Because the message to stay at home will be axed. But be sensible, people. Keep that social distancing correct. Keep it right. Okay. UK has hit 30,076 deaths, the highest toll in Europe. Many newspapers look ahead to Boris Johnson's speech on Sunday when he will set out the government plans to lift the lockdown. The Daily Express says the first steps to freedom, which are aimed at getting the UK economy going again, will start from Monday. Amazing. Amazing. That's Adele. Shut up. Wow. Wow. She looks amazing. I mean, she always did look amazing, but wow, I don't like her makeup, but Adele in a black dress is like, she looks fantastic. Fantastic. Astounding. Right, 5 steps to end of lockdown. It was my wife that sent me this. Okay, hold on WhatsApp. Okay, it's a big, long message. Okay, hold on. Look, see, I don't know if you can see that. It's a big, long message. Hold on, I need to see it on the screen as well. Right, no, you can't see it. Hold on. Yes, so it's massive. The message is massive. It's got 5 phases apparently. Starting on the 18th of May, which is when? That is phase 1. I'm just bringing up the calendar just now. In fact, it'd be better to go to the calendar here. 18th of May is a week on Monday, right? That's perfect. So a week on Monday is when phase 1 of the roadmap is going to be happening, which is great. We need to get back to some sort of semblance of reality and normality, you know. So it's important. It's important that we start acting sensibly and moving forward in a positive fashion. Staggered easing plan revealed, which is good. The Daily Mirror gives details of how the lockdown might be lifted and reports the government has a 5-step plan to last from now until October. Under the plan, Monday will see garden centres reopen and more key workers, children allowed back in school. No, that's what it says. Children, primary schools might be back open. That's different, might be different in Scotland, though, Alia. Okay. The paper says, it adds that primary schools could restart by the end of May, with pubs and restaurants reopening at the end of August. Right, just while we are talking and looking at that just now, I want to put that thought out again here just now with this picture. Okay, just remember that picture. All right, that's kind of an important thing. Right, we've done really well as a planet. Okay, even with the mismanagement of all this, that to jump in a bit too early could end up with a little bit more problems. We could end up with a second wave, which could damage the nation even more so than what we've been through. All right, so let's just consider that while we're going through everything. Okay, it's important that we do that. Okay, good, right. Okay, back to the papyrus. Okay, cool. Financial Times, right. Oh, the Daily Rag. We're not doing the Financial Times, okay? Johnson looks to border checks as price of lockdown relaxation. Border checks. Oh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. NHS contact tracing app in question as expert assesses Apple Google model. Yeah, I would rather go with I would rather, in the UK, I would rather trust a corporation than my government. And I don't trust corporations at all. But did you switch the gas off, by the way, for the porridge? Have you had your porridge? Good girl. Did you put the bowl in the sink? There's no room in the sink. Okay, good girl. Yeah, I don't trust. The reason, again, I'm going to show you this other picture again, okay? The reason that I personally do not trust the government is purely because of this guy. In this picture here, he is a friend of Dominic Cummings and was given a ridiculously large financial payment contract type thing going on with NHS money to develop certain things. And it is this app, and this app is nefarious as hell. Anything that Dominic Cummings trusts, okay, you know that I am, as far as I'm concerned, okay, I don't have problems with people, but I have a big issue with somebody that is genuinely an evil cultist like himself. All right, he is Lord Voldemort as far as I'm concerned. Morgan, I'm sorry, I know you have a Death Eater tattoo. Okay, I know that's it. I am not taking away from that essence at all, but that man is, I use it as a metaphor, that he is genuinely an evil man, in my opinion. All right, and it just so happens that he's bald. He looks a little bit like Voldemort, and if you cut off his nose, he could be Voldemort's twin. Okay, that's how I feel about it. I will find a picture of him to keep in my stock of pictures to do stuff with. But no, this man here is pals with Dominic, got the contract not long after Dom got into Downing Street as Boris's advisor. So as far as I'm concerned, watch this space for that app being advertised and being pushed more than any other app to help it, that this is the go-to app. I personally will not be downloading it at all. Not a hope. All right? Not a hope. So yes, let's just move back into the papers again before I start rambling on. Okay, right, back to, yeah, we always say that we like this paper because it's the same colour as my walls. The Daily Rag. Torment of a Branson betrayed. Billionaire's sister on her husband's shattered affair. Wow. Has Branson been playing away? He's a naughty boy. Naughty boy. Crazy times. Right. Hurrah for lockdown freedom beckon. Stay home slogan and once a day exercise rules scrapped. Picnics, park trips and countryside outings back on. Yay! No more getting into trouble for leaving the house. Can't wait. The Daily Mail reports the current lockdown will be extended for another 3 weeks, but a series of easements. Easements. Is that a word? Easements will be announced when the Prime Minister speaks to the nation on Sunday. I wonder if he'll be doing as, and we're a fantastic nation we have to turn around and thank and be grateful for those heroes in our fantastic NHS and wave our thumbs at them, because let's face it, they're the ones that say, I had a touch with death. I nearly died in hospital. Yes, I did. And if it wasn't for those fantastic people that are a fantastic NHS with the thumb that I'm waving at them just now, I would have probably died. Wait now. Hold on. You guys can't see me. I'm doing this impression. Right, here we go. Everybody at the fantastic NHS waving their thumbs about. Blah, blah, blah. I'm Boris Johnson. Thank you and good night. I don't like him. You can probably tell. What did that say? It's a picture of your tattoo. Ah, right. I'll go and have a look at that. Without a doubt. That'll be interesting. Thank you. I've got a dragon on my back. A proper tattoo of a dragon. It's up until I had. Nobody used to be able to sneak up on me because of that dragon. Okay, it was very difficult for people to creep up upon me. But after I had radiotherapy, my whole ninja gene and my dragging on my watching my back thing is vanished, you know. Can we have Mo as Prime Minister? As long as, if I'm Prime Minister, as long as I can speak like Boris Johnson as if I'm taking the mickey out of him, all right? That's what it's all about. Let's go back to the camera and go, yes, I'm Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of Great Britain, and it's a fantastic nation. We've come together after we got Brexit done, and we're going to do amazing other things with amazing things. Wait, what? Wait, we've got a pandemic? Bollocks. But it's okay. I've been shaking hands with everybody. There's nothing to worry about. It's just going to blow over, and we've got plenty PPE, and everything will be fine. It'll be like, what? I've tested positive. Bollocks. Okay, I'm going into hospital just now. I'm going to hand over to various other ministers who will cock everything up and tell journalists and doctors to mind their tone at question time in the House of Parliament. Thank you very much. I will see you in 3 weeks because I am perfectly incapable of running the country. Thank you. Boris Johnson's the name. I'm a fantastic Prime Minister. Bollocks. Okay, enough. Back to papers because I've got poems to read to you guys, or a poem at least. Excuse me. Okay, the eye says lockdown. I think we're finding a bit of a theme here. Oh, that's amazing. Glasgow endures. Government ready to abandon stay-at-home message and provide a roadmap to get British economy moving again. Do you know the best way? I'm going to say this again, right? I'm a great believer in the economy. If you want to kickstart the economy, you have to give people the ability to go and spend money. All right, the ability for people to go and spend money, okay, would be to crucify the banks completely. Let them bail out the entire nation with trillions of pounds. How do we do that? You zero everybody's debt, every mortgage, every unsecured loan, every financial thing for a car or anything. You bring everybody's credit rating back up to an established level. Anybody that's paying off any arrears, zero it. Any rent arrears, zero it. Okay, give people more pounds in their pocket and they will spend them. People will go out and they will refinance. If you've got a house worth £500,000 and that mortgage gets zeroed, all right, you will then probably go and remortgage for £100,000 over the next 10 years. That gives you the ability to go and spend shit. People will buy and sell houses coming out their ears. The economy will boom. Oh, what about hyperinflation? Mojax happy? Well, that's dead easy. You don't actually have hyperinflation unless you choose to have it. It is an economic model which can be scrapped completely. You just go to suppliers that are not going to put their prices up. You say, sorry, I'm not going to buy from you if you're going to say a bottle of Coke's going to be £5. Okay, keep it at a reasonably sensible price and then we will buy them. Okay, that is what it's all about. Zero the debt, put money in the pockets of people so they're not paying stuff off. And then, to be perfectly honest, you can raise taxes to pay back the bullshit money that you have just borrowed for all this stuff that's going on with the virus. Or you can just tell the Bank of England to shove it and use a different economic model. Why do we have to stick to that same paradigm? We don't have to have the Venus Project. We don't. But we can have something else that is better for the people instead of shackling us to the chains of financial slavery. That was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? Okay, enough ranting. Back to papers. Sorry, it's not supposed to be a rant in the morning. It's supposed to be something positive. Okay, let's move on. The Daily Telegraph. Oh, Boris, you look like you could have done with a Snapchat filter on that picture. I swear to God. He's got puffy eyes. He's either been smoking the dagger or he has been up all night partying. Maybe it's the new baby. Maybe the baby's keeping him awake at night. That's quite possible as well. Coffee. Yes, that's very good. The Daily Telegraph is one of many papers to report the government's stay-at-home message will be scrapped. Okay, it's a theme. It's a thing. It's officially, it is a thing. Hashtag, the thing is a thing. It's a thing. It is a thing. It's a thing. Daily Star, 11th of May, Magic Monday. What? But the roadmap plan I've got here says the 18th. Okay, if it's going to be Magic Monday on the 11th, that's even better. Very good. Magic Monday is how the Daily Star describes the start of next week. The paper also picks it up on the comment made by government minister Robert Jenrick, who urged people to buy a newspaper to help struggling publications. Nah, piss off. I'm not buying any papers. They're a bunch of Tory rags, the majority of them. Okay? Not doing it. They can struggle all they like. We've struggled all we've had to. Great. Happy Monday. Da, da, da. Go out to exercise. All you like. Sit in the park 2 meters from your pals. Pubs, cafes plan to reopen. To open gardens. Amazing. We're getting there. We're getting there. Scrubs up. Well, how frontline uniforms got a little funky. They're quite cool, actually, aren't they? Whoa. No. 30,076 killed by the incompetence of a government. We've kind of proven that. Okay? As tests fall to only 69,000 a day. They've not hit their mark. Oh, Boris, your ministers promised to look after us while you were in hospital. You've let us down. But nobody's going to care. Not one of the papers is openly criticising Boris Johnson and his regime. It is not actually a government, in my opinion. It's a regime of egotistical maniacs set out to profit on this for themselves. Yes, indeed. I said it at 10:04 on Thursday morning. The Guardian. Landmark test target that keeps being missed. Yes, I agree. Well, there we go. Holding the government to account slightly. But do you know something? Nobody cares. That's the problem. We all live in these simple coffee shop lifestyle attitude nonsense things. All right? And unless somebody comes up and slaps you in the face with the big kipper of Corona, okay, whoosh, right across the face. Here, bang! That's happening to you. Bang! There you go again. Bang! Your finances are screwed. Bang! You're going to have no money. You might not even have a job. Bang! You know, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care. That's it. You know, you guys do because you listen to me rant and rave about caring. Okay, but nobody, the average person out there, your proletarian, your person without critical thinking, because critical thinking is absolutely paramount in these situations. Critical thinking, if you don't have it, you're just a sheep. Sheep. Okay, let's finish the papers and read some poems. Oh, that's it. The papers are done. Thank God for that. I could feel my blood pressure going up. Right, so for those that have missed it, I'm going to stick the link for my poetry book back into the chit chat again for anybody that has joined us. Have a wee look at it. It's up to you if you want to buy it. You can't actually see it without buying it, but I'm going to now look up a poem on the back. Oh, come on. Actually, well, I might have to do it. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to bring it up on the Office package because I don't have the manuscript in my phone. Or do I? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, yes, let me just round up my feelings about what's been going on. Then we'll have a look at the chat while the Office package opens. The past few weeks, I would never have started streaming if it wasn't for the virus. I would never have had the time to set it up properly. And I feel that I'm going to continue doing it right the way through from here to eternity. It might mean that I'm doing it a bit earlier in the morning when I return to work. Like I start work at between 7 and 7:30. So it means I will be up at 5 and maybe streaming at 5:30. It doesn't mean you have to watch it live. It means you can watch it back and hear me rant and rave. It just means I can't engage with you with the chit chat. But if I'm on a back shift, I will then do it a bit later. But I will always make sure that, you know, there's a couple of days notice for the times of the streams anyway. And then, of course, the one in the evening at 10 o'clock will remain at 10 o'clock because the latest I ever finish is 9 p.m. and I work 5 minutes walk from the house, so I'll always be back in time. Let's have a look at the chit chat while we wait for. Why is that not open? Oh, there it is. There, great. I just need to start the recovery of some older documents. Okay, tattoos. Repaying debts. Hold on. Repay your debts when you're in a position to repay your debts. The current system continues to punish it and make it worse for those who can't. Yes, absolutely. But the thing is, right? Okay, debt is a fiction. Okay, we talked about this, Robert. Okay, money and things is a fiction. It's what we agree. It's the transactional purpose of what we agree to trade with. Okay, but it's used as financial shackles to keep you enslaved and suppressed. You're not free. Nobody's free if they have debt. Okay, you're not. All right, you can't just decide, right, I'm going to go for a holiday to Spain. Get on a plane and go. All right. Well, you can't just now anyway because of the virus. Okay. You might not be able to do that if you had no debt, but you would be if you had no debt at all and you were earning after tax, say, £1,300 a month. Okay. By the time you paid things off, say your mortgage, you're not paying rent or anything. With only the overheads of electricity, gas, and food, you may have £1,000 free a month. So then, yes, you have the financial freedom to disappear and go to Spain for a week easily, right? Unfortunately, if you have to pay your mortgage, if you have to pay your rent, your council tax, various other different things, a loan, car payments, car insurance, okay, that whittles down to only maybe having £300 left at the end of the month, okay? Can you just get on a plane and fly to Spain? Yes, you probably could, but then you don't have any more money at all for a rainy day or the ability to save in case there's a lockdown, right? You zero everybody's debt. People will take on more credit. They will take on and increase their debt once again, but they will be spending in shops. They will be spending on holidays. They will be buying newspapers like that minister MP person said. They will be buying good things. They will be enjoying life and the economy will boom. There will not be hyperinflation because sensible economists will say no to the suppliers and the people in the chain of products and bullshit that we buy. Okay, saying no, you're not. All right, okay, you want to sell it at that price? We're going to publicly state, Apple, you are not going to sell your iPhone at £5,000 just because people have got more money. You keep it capped at the prices for that year. Okay, like Heinz beans. Heinz, no, you're not going to be paying £2 for a tin of beans just because people have got more money in them. We will tell the public, don't buy Heinz. They're a bunch of dicks. Okay, go and buy Mojax Happy's beans. You know, they're selling for 75 pence in Asda just now. Okay, that's the sort of government we need. We need them to basically suppress the soulless corporations for the benefit of the people. Wow, there we go. What were we looking at? We were trying to bring up poems, weren't we? Okay. Why? Okay, there we go. Excellent. Right, da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Right, you're all done, and we need to go to open. Come on, open. Oh, that's the document called The Journey to 25 Cronwell Street. Whoa, that's for Sunday. We're not doing any of that just now. Okay, open. And let's find the document that says 20. Oh, hang on. I've actually got a folder for that somewhere else. Oh, come on. Right. You're down, and you're down, and you're down, and there I am sitting there, and we need to close you down just now, and we need to look at where is my folder for writing. Wow, new folder, emoji, the iceberg. I think it's in the iceberg. The iceberg was a euphemism I used for. There we are. It's 20. Fantastic. And there's the book. Yeah. Let's just wait for it to come up. Oh, it's coming up in a Microsoft Word thing now. I didn't even know I had Microsoft Word. No, we want you to open in something else because you're going to ask me to sign up for Microsoft Word, you losers. No, choose another app. Yes. Oh, sore back. This is taking ages. I'm really sorry. Let's see if I can find one on my phone better. Da, 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 da. I'm sure that I've got them on the phone. 20. It's not on that. Oh, here we go. And let's hope that works. Excellent. Yes, I've got it. Excellent. Right. Superb. Close you down. Right. I called the book 20, right? And no, we don't want that. Why? I called the book 20 and it had a subtitle called The Words I Used to Woo, because I wooed my future wife with my creativity and the such. And it has a bit of a blurb at the start. Oh, come on. Okay, we agree, right? That's fine. No, I don't want to send optional data. Microsoft, you're so intrusive. Done, right? Thank you. No, we don't want that either. Open document formats, right? Fine. Can we deal with that now? Yes. Excellent. Right, now we can scroll up and down the flipping document. So there's a bit of a blurb at the front of it. It has contents. I'm going to actually read you the very first poem that I ever sent Ola. Okay, this is a deeply personal one with a deep allegory, and it is based upon we would spent a while sort of communicating via WhatsApp and on Skype and things, and I'm going to, in fact, you know what, I'm going to read the bit of blurb from the book itself to you. Okay, I can't see any chat just now because I've got this big thing up on the screen just now. So let me just quickly go back and see if there's anybody saying anything before I continue, because I think it's important that we chat about this. Hold on. Okay, right. Okay, good. Right, you're chatting amongst yourselves. Great, cool. Right, I like that. Excuse me for a second, I need to clear my throat. Basically, Ola and I had... I'll read you the blurb. There's an interesting story behind this poem. It was the first piece that I sent to my lady. We had spent a number of weeks talking via WhatsApp and on Skype, and one long Saturday night video chat marathon, we opened up and revealed our common past. Everyone is the sum of their experiences, and everyone will experience disappointment and heartache at some point in their lives. This can either galvanize you into taking a risk with someone new, or destroy the trust completely, never allowing another soul to enter your heart. The grey area in between, though, is the area most navigated by people through life. That sort of area between wholeheartedly trusting and loving again, and being bitter and twisted and having a whole lack of trust, or not having confidence to love again. Okay, this can either galvanize you into taking a risk with someone new, or destroy the trust completely, never allowing another soul to enter into your heart. The grey area in between this is the area most navigated by people, though. Both my lady and myself at the time experienced the extremes of either end, and also the grey as well. So we'd both experienced the heartache and the lack of trust, the ability to know that we could love again, but we kind of navigated life in the grey area in between until we discovered each other. So after mutual confessions of our past, I felt the elevation of muse come over me for the first time, and then I penned this poem to let her understand I had complete empathy for her past. She was impressed with the words and told most of her friends and colleagues of her newfound Scottish poet friend. Cynical remarks and belief that these words were plagiarised from the World Wide Web were shared amongst her friends, not by her, but by her friends. They didn't believe that I actually could write. 1 second, I need to drink again. So, basically, the story goes, she shared a bit about her heartache past. I shared a bit about my heartache past. I totally got her. I totally understood this and found, how she, wanted to take risks, but, potentially didn't want to. So she'd been to Scotland twice before, and I thought, well, let's make a little poem about something that she finds quite attractive about Scotland, which was the thistle, the emblem of the national flower of Scotland. Oh, flower. No, I'm not going to sing. Right, let's do this, okay? Are you ready? Then I'll begin. A thistle alone. A thistle alone, she could not bloom, looked down to her past, where there was an old wound. The result, her heart, a prisoner entombed. Nobody quite understood. Once plucked from the ground and left there to burn, ever hoping to find herself and once more return to the beautiful place and trust once more to earn of someone who could make her feel whole. One step at a time, it would take quite a while for the happiness to return to her smile. The whole experience an emotional trial, but survive it all she would. And one day, all of this would be in her past. Lessons learned, a bright future unsurpassed, welcoming something new that in turn would last. The thistle would once again bloom. I wrote that in 2015, way back in the infancy of Ola and I's relationship, right back at the start. It's amazing to think that I look back on that and that was the words. Hold on a wee second, my throat's going because I've been singing the words. Hold on. You okay? Good.
I finished all my reading and Paxton's and some of the Paxton's finished the score.
Good. Right, so that was the very first poem that I wrote, Ola, and it was the very first poem that is in the book. And I've never actually read that publicly before, and it's done in the style of one of my greatest poetical influences, would you believe, is a singer-songwriter called Suzanne Vega, and she wrote a song called "The Queen and the Soldier" that is done in those stanzas where it's each verse is 4 lines long, and the line at the end of the first the word at the end of the first 3 lines rhymes. So it goes da 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 rhyme, da 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 rhyme, da 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 rhyme, and then a linking sort of phrase that doesn't rhyme. Okay, I highly recommend going and looking up the Queen and the Soldier song, because it's to me it's one of the most beautiful pieces of prose ever put to music. Poetry to me is an expression of the soul. Okay, some people I can write Hallmark card type poems and I can churn it out like that. Okay, it's dead easy. I'll be walking along the road and I'll bring up my voice pad thing and I will speak a poem into my phone so I can write it when I get home. I did a really long one, which was about my first journey going to Russia, going to Moscow to visit my lady in Russia. We'd already met twice before, maybe 3 times before actually, but this was my first venture into what people describe as the dark world of Russia, the state-controlled mechanisms of ex-communist Russia, the bad guys. They're not bad. They're actually better than a lot of other countries in the world. They just don't give a shit. They're more adults, But I wrote a poem on the plane called "A Scotsman Travelling," and it's kind of written in a Scottish accent. It tells the story of me travelling to Moscow. I'll read that tomorrow to you if you want. At the end of the show, I will go back to actually reading poetry at the end of the show. I quite enjoyed that. Maybe I will read a poem every day from the book. It gives me a chance to plug the book on the stream, and maybe I'll put the link for the book in the notes as well, which is good. So let's have a quick look at the chit chat. Nyla saying poetry is hard to write. Yeah, it is. it's a tough thing to write. Some people have a gift for it. Robert Burns, for instance. Robert Burns is truly my poetic hero. He wrote ballads, he wrote songs, he wrote poems, and actually, you know what? I'm going to read you one more, because there is a great poem by Robert Burns called "Address to the Haggis," and my daughter said I should actually say this one to you. Let me just see if I can find it on my phone. Yes. Okay, so the Address to the Haggis is a Burns supper tradition. Okay, in January we all get together as families, as groups of old drinking man's clubs. Okay, when I say that, I mean Freemasons. Okay, Freemasons. Listen, I'm going to stick my hand up. I'm a Freemason, and I'm quite happy to admit that, right? Because I like the history of this organization, not the corruption that some people perceive that they have, but the lodges in Scotland are old man drinking clubs that do shitloads of work for charity, okay? And there's not a bad soul amongst any of them. I know hundreds of Freemasons, and they do the best Burns suppers in the world, okay? There is corruption at different levels and different lodge type things for Freemasons. I get that, okay? What exactly is a Freemason? A Freemason is a collective of it's a man's club. It's quite, I would say it's sexist in the sense that ladies can't join it. Ladies have their own version of it, okay? And it's a place where free-thinking men can come together and discuss things without the interference of religion or politics. They do a lot of work for charity. Is it a secret organization? No, it's not. Okay, it's a society with secrets, not a secret society. Okay, and you know, you can, if you want to go and discover what Freemasons' secret handshakes are, what the words are that we use for passwords, Google it. It's all on the internet. Okay, but there's things that are not on the internet, little things that we do, and little nuances, which only we know about. And it's not like we think that we're better than you or anything like that. That's not what it's about. It's like, you know, there's tennis clubs that have their own little secret things. There's whiskey appreciation societies. You know, I think it's because of the history and the fact that people think that they're out to rule the world and things. No, they're so not. It's just an old man's drinking club in Scotland. That's really what it is. Nyla's saying, hold on, that you cracked, hold on, where's that gone? I cracked the code of one of the Freemasons books and got my master's based on it. But I would like to read that. Do you have the document for that, Nyla? I would love to read that. That would be amazing. Yes, a lot of their secrets are mythology. Absolutely. Based right the way back. There's a great book called The Hurim Key, which I'm not giving anything away with my oath if I say what I've said here today, okay? You can go and Google it, okay? That's a straightforward fact. And the Hurim Key tells a bit of the story about one of our myths, which is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful story about a man called Hiram Abiff, who held the secrets of Freemasonry. I've read it a few times as well, Nyla. It's a in fact, is it up there? No, it must be in one of my sealed book cases in the shed. It's a great book. There's lots of books, and they're interesting people. And yes, don't get me wrong, like everything between political entities, religious entities, charitable organizations, and school boards, the Freemasons has its level of corruption as well. Everything is corrupt at some level, but as long as you keep it, you know, simple and easily, you can do it. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about when Freemasons do a Burns supper, they do this thing called addressing the haggis, and it's like all about saluting the haggis and appreciating this incredible Scottish traditional dish. Okay, but there's never been a poem about whiskey. Okay, Scotland's national drink. And I'm going to read this poem to you. Okay, hold on. I need to cough again. Let me just mute my mic. Hold on. I'm a bit mucusy this morning. I think it's because there's so much pollen in the air. Right. So this one, I wrote this because I would like to start a tradition within Freemason lodges where we don't only just raise a glass to the haggis. I want to toast the dram. The dram being the drink, the beautiful golden liquor of whiskey. So here we go. This will be the last one I'll say to you today because I need to go and get on with my day. Toast the dram. The day's been long, without end it seems. At the end of the tunnel, a golden light it gleams. It's your reward for being good. To deny your craving would just be rude. So pour it lang and sniff it twice. Neat as it comes, nae water or ice. Look at its legs as it runs down the glass, as bonny as some on any fine lass. And finally, at last, it touches your lips. Its crystal clear taste grabs your tongue and grips, rolls down your throat and into your belly, then out to your knees, turning them into jelly. Then it's the fumes as they rise back up, warming your lungs, doing your head amuck. It's the soul of the spirit, it lifts you high. Such liquid perfection could make you cry. One's never enough though, or so it seems. The glass fills once more with golden dreams, repeating the process over again, enjoying the dram, you don't abstain. So raise your glass to our drink, our land's native drink. Stick your nose in it and sniff up its stink. Honour its warmth as it sets you free, and drink another to toast the whiskey. Da-da, 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 da-da. Yes, I would like that to be a Freemason tradition at the lodges where we don't just address the haggis, but we toast the whiskey. You know, be amazing. Yes, there you go. So there you have it. That is 2 poems by Mojax Happy. The first one he ever sent to his lover and future wife, Olia. And then that one there about the old whiskey. How do I do it? I, like Nyla and various other people, I don't sleep, okay? I really don't sleep. My brain is hyperactive, okay? I said the other day there, my wife once described my brain, okay, as an acorn with an idea. And you plant that acorn and poof, you have a tree instantly, and every branch is a different thought process of mine, right the way through it all. And that is probably the most apt description of how my mind works. Sometimes I have my inner monologue sometimes comes out, and I think that's kind of a dangerous thing sometimes. So I just have to temper it, and one of the ways that I've tempered it is by writing poetry. It's a great way of doing it. The one where I feel like I want to read more. I really do. I'm quite enjoying this. I'm way past my finish time by 12 minutes. I wonder if I've got anything else that I can do for you. Do you want one more? Should we do one more? Yeah? I'll wait. My voice is perfect for reading and narration. Aw, thank you. Do you want one about Scotland again? I'm not going to say anything else until you say yes or no, because if you've got things to do, guys. Okay, Morgan says yes, Nyla says yes, right? Okay, I need to clear my throat again. Okay, 1 second, let me switch the mic off. What I'll do as well is I will actually go in and amend the notes on the comments part on YouTube for this, and I'll post the actual words, okay, as well, right? Okay. I need to sit comfortably for this one because it's a wee bit longer than the other ones. Turn the microphone. Can you still hear me? Yes, you can. This one is called This Land. And I will let you decide what it's about at the end. I love this land I live in. It's so green and pure. Perfect in so many ways. Of this, I'm truly sure. The heather on the hillside, the thistles in the glens, climbing up to see the view from all the mountain bends. The city's also vibrant, and all the wee towns too. The galas in the villages, when driving you pass through. Many different accents and words differ here and there, but we understand all of it in this land of ours so fair. The highlands and the islands, a beauty so affirmed, a rich and colourful history, which we should really learn. When the sun shines, it's perfect, a rare sight to see. We have learned to love the rain too, as it keeps our land so green. I love this land I live in, almost perfect in every way. Thanking him up there I live here, and glad that here I stay. There is just one thing amiss now, and that is not to do with the land. It's that I cannae share it with my love and walk in it hand in hand. She is a fitting beauty, and this land she wants to roam, to explore it and adventure, but for now I'm on my own. True for now it may be, but not the case forever, as one day she will be here in this land we both do treasure. I wrote that for my wife again, because she loves Scotland. And that particular night, I was feeling I want to be walking around with my Olya around beautiful places, you know. And I sent that to her, you know. And I find it funny that, you know, I was sending all her poetry, and the first time that I sent her poetry, it turns out that her friends didn't believe that I wrote that. And I only found out a few weeks ago, would you believe as well, that she didn't believe that I wrote that. And the one about the thistle to begin with. And as I started to send her more and more poems, there was like you're talking sometimes 2 or 3 a day for an entire year, you know. And yeah, it was very interesting. And then she started to believe that I had a very interesting creative mind. And that's what she fell in love with. You know, because look at me, I am no oil painting, but I do feel that I have a reasonably creative part of me. I think that's enough for this morning. I've actually done more poems than any other night. I could do a once a month special if you wanted about poetry, maybe reading other people's poetry, having other poets on. I think that would be good. Hold on a second. Oh, I thought that was a traditional Scottish poem. No, that was, I wrote that for myself. Like the last verse, it's all to sort of like show how much I love Scotland, but then how much I want to share my Scotland with my lady, you know. Hi, Erin. I never saw you come in there. Thank you. Right, that's the end of this morning. Okay, I've got a few things that I need to do, and I need to plan tonight's stream. We're not so much running out of articles to do with COVID. I just don't want to be ranting and raving as much about it. So I'm going to plan for tomorrow's open night. We have chosen, yes, I don't know if you've seen it, we are going to do Labyrinth, spelled completely wrong on all the things that I put, and I'm not going back to fix them. I apologize that I've spelled Labyrinth incorrectly across most of the adverts for it. But Monday night, we're going to do everything Labyrinth. I'm going to get my daughter to watch it as well. I'm going to go and listen to the soundtrack. I'm going to go and read all the allegory and the myths behind it, because it is a fantastic show, a fantastic film. And I really, really like it. The main character in it, the girl, she reminds me greatly of my daughter's personality, with her caring, nurturing, adventuring, and courage that she has. So it touches me in amazing ways for that one. So Labyrinth it is, okay? And you're flying onto that panel. A great yes. Brian Henson did a great job at that movie. Yep. Was it Brian Hint? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And then Barry suggested that we move into the Dark Crystal sort of regime at a later time.
as well. I've not watched The Dark Crystal on Netflix yet, that one. I think I'd need a couple of weeks to digest it all again. So I don't think a week would be enough for me to do that. So maybe 2 weeks on Monday, we'll do The Dark Crystal if anybody's interested in doing that. But yeah, so let us depart just now as firm friends and as a family of people that like to listen to me rambling on. You're a good bunch of folk, and I appreciate it. Nyla, thank you for staying up so late tonight. And anybody else that's across in America or throughout the world that have stayed up late. Morgan, thank you always for coming on. You have a place on the panel on Monday reserved. If anybody else wants to come on to that, that's great. If we surpass the 5 people I can have on it at any one time, we'll just swap you in and out. And then, you know, I'm always going to be in my little Discord after the evening shows for half an hour or so if anybody wants to hang out and chat as well. So if you've not joined the Discord, go and join it. It's radioapocalypse.live/Discord. Great. I will speak to you all later. Let me go and bring up the outro. And yeah, you take care. Have a good day. Chocolate cake can also be poetry too. It just tantalizes the taste buds and makes you feel so awesome. Goodbye, everybody, and we will see you tonight at 10 o'clock.